Hey everybody, I'm in Berlin with the 2012 Beetle. Compared to the old car, this is like a 1960s Detroit product. It's longer, lower, and wider. The third gen car is a full 6 inches longer, 3.5 inches wider, and a half an inch closer to the ground. More noticeably, the hood and roof are flatter, and the windshield is more upright. The 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 makes 200 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque. The front wheels are driven through either the familiar 6-speed DSG or a 6-speed manual. There are half a dozen engine and transmission choices for the rest of the world, but in the US, we get the turbo, a 2.5-liter inline-5, or a 2-liter turbo diesel. Volkswagen's claiming that the DSG-equipped turbo cars will get 22 miles per gallon in the city and 30 on the highway. For a sporty car, that's pretty good. Oddly, the 2.5-liter gets only 22.29. Though of course, that car costs less. Those who have been shrieking that Volkswagen lost its way because it cheapened the new Jetta's interior should buy the new Bug. While not the soft-touch paradise that defined the 5th and 6th generation Golf and the 5th generation Jetta, the cabin is remarkably nice. The dashboard and instrument cluster are quite attractive, looking both purposeful and chic, and, Volkswagen claims, evocative of the original. There's also a nifty little Beetle bin, essentially a small second vertical glove box located in the same spot as in the original. Though the roof's been flattened, there's still a shocking amount of headroom, even with the sunroof. Following an established German tradition, the cup holders are next to worthless. On our relatively mild road loop, a certain water bottle flew all over the cabin. However, there are very clever elastic straps on either door instead of map pockets. Speaking of holding stuff in place, the seats are nicely bolstered. I also really dug the slightly flat-bottomed steering wheel. Visually, it looks like a typical modern fat Teutonic tiller. However, that's just an optical illusion. In reality, the wheel is a lithe, almost elegant device. And while they're plastic, the DSG paddles on the back of the wheel work properly. Right tug equals higher gear, left tug shifts down. Because of the more upright windshield, there's an awful lot of wind noise. There's plenty of tire noise too. The initial impression is that you're driving a GTI, which is no great insult when you consider all the praise that's been heaped upon that hot little hatch. However, while similar, the two are not one. I think the Bug's steering's more vague, and the ride seems harsher, though the Beetle does feel slightly more nimble and tossable. Dare I say it, more sporting? In terms of speed and quickness, this car has no trouble bolting up to 200 kilometers per hour, about 125 miles per hour. 0 to 60 probably happens in the 6-second range, and a quarter mile in 14 seconds, perhaps a tick less. More important than the numbers, though, is the feeling that you're driving a premium product. While not luxurious by any stretch of the imagination, the 2012 Beetle fills you with the same driving emotions you get from the Fiat 500 and Mini Cooper. These are cars not simply built to move people, but rather because some people love cars. I don't think this third-gen car has anything at all to do with the original Bug, but it has even less to do with 1998's new Beetle. Here's the important part. While logic says the Beetle is just a Golf or a GTI with different metal, emotionally, that's not true. It is its own machine. The 2012 Beetle will never command its own chapter in the big book of automotive history, but it's not a bad footnote.